Hi everybody, Tex-Mex here. Thank you for joining me for another video. Today we're going to talk about the SIG 365. The SIG 365 has become my primary carry piece, and I wanted to chat briefly about that. I tend to carry inside the waistband and sometimes pocket carry. But inside the waistband is my preferred carry method, except in the middle of the summers when I can't wear much more than a t-shirt and pocket carry really comes into its own. But the 365 is a great firearm for inside the waistband carry. As you may have guessed, I live in Texas, which has open carry, but I don't do a lot of that inside the city. I may open carry quite a bit out in the woods or on properties, but when I'm in the city, I tend to try to be a little more covert, and since usually I'm out with my family, I'd rather carry concealed. Now, I've carried a few different pistols concealed throughout my life before I landed on the 365, and one of the first was the Glock 26. Great pistol for carrying concealed. Let's check it here. You can see it's empty and that the magazine is empty as well. This one I put the Pierce grip extension on there, which lets me grab it a little better with my pinky, which it does. It helps the grip quite a bit and help me fire the gun a little bit better. Compared to the 365, I would say that the downfall of the Glock 26 is its size and weight. It is a little thick comparatively. Let's look at the XL here, which is the larger, well, it has a longer slide than the regular 365. Even so, you can see that the slide width on the 365 is significantly thinner than that of the G26. And 365 is also a lighter pistol. And when you're carrying for long periods of time, that can really help to have a lighter pistol that's not dragging your belt down as much. After the G26, I did move on to a car pistol, and this one right here, the P9 Covert, and let's check it. It's empty, nothing in the magazine. Well, before I put the magazine back, that is one of the downfalls of this pistol. It is a single stack, and they do have some extended magazines, but you're usually either loading in 6 or 7 rounds. This one as well, I put the Pierce grip extension to help me grab it. Because it is a single stack, they have very thin grips, which is nice. If you have smaller hands, then that really is comfortable. That being said, compared to the SIG, you can see that they're about the same, if not the SIG even looks slightly thinner than the car. But I carried the car for a long time because it really was, for the longest time, kind of the thinnest pistol out there that I felt comfortable with. And this particular model, the P9 Covert, I don't think they make it anymore, but they made it for a period of time. And what it is the frame of the PM9 with the length of the slide of the P9. So it has the longer slide with the shorter grip. And that's good for me because when I'm carrying concealed, the slide length, obviously you don't want a very long slide, but that's less of a problem than the grip length. If something's going to print on my shirt, it's going to be the end of the grip. So this was a great pistol. I shoot it fairly well. And then at one point I came into contact with a Taurus G2. And I liked the Taurus G2. I shot it a little better than I did the car. It had a wider grip because it is a double stack. And I remember at the time thinking it's a great small subcompact style pistol, and I was curious as to why nobody else made one. And it wasn't long after that SIG came out with the SIG 365. And I didn't want to buy the SIG immediately. Like any new firearm, when a new model comes out, I'd rather it be on the market for a year or two to make sure that any of the kinks have been worked out. And I do believe there were some kinks with the 365. Firing pin may have been dragging on some primers or something of that sort. I did not purchase my 365 until the end of 2019, so it had almost been out for 2 whole years, and this was the one I got. It was at Bass Pro Shops, and it was on sale. I believe it only came with 1 magazine. That may have been why it was on sale. The nice things about these, I mean, the 365 and the regular well, the 365 and the XL, you can see there's a difference there. The XL has a longer grip and a longer slide. That being said, depending on the type of magazine you get, it doesn't really matter. This one right now has a 10-round magazine in it. And this 10-round magazine, I put the, has the SIG little extension on there, which makes the grip a little more comfortable. Oh, but let me show you, there's also a 12-round magazine. And this 12-round magazine, you can have this extension on there as well. And it makes the grip longer on the standard 365. So you can see that fits, well, my hand fits completely in there. I prefer the smaller grip because, once again, it's about printing on my shirt, but as a backup magazine, having the 12-round as a backup is great. And they also make 15-round magazines. Now, depending on whether you're using it on the standard 365 or the XL, they have these different slide-ons that you can put on there. I guess it's the base plate. And for this particular one, it's set for the XL, and you can see there it's a 15-round magazine. And because the XL a huge grip, actually much more grip than I need. I mean, I could have a sixth finger on there if I needed it. That being said, I don't think you can use the 10-rounders in the XL because the 12-rounder without any sort of grip extension on there fits right snugly and snaps in. So I'm not sure. I haven't actually tried a 10-rounder in here, but I think the 12-rounder is going to be the shortest magazine you can use in the 365. And that gives you the flush fit. The 365XL, I'm sorry. So when I purchased this 365, I took it to the range. I was very impressed in how it shot, how well I shot it particularly. The XL I ended up getting because I do like those longer slide lengths. And I figured that the grip wasn't much longer and that it would probably still carry very well. So I haven't put as many rounds through it. We're going to take it to the range and take a look at it. Other than the obvious length of the grip and the slide, you can see that the XL has a straight trigger on there, and it has the RMR cutout. So if you want to put the RMR on there, it's got a cutout ready to go. I believe there is also a model of the standard 365 that comes with no sights on it, so you can put the RMR straight on there and not have to worry about sights getting in your way. Now, one thing I almost failed to mention is that these tend to come standard with the X-ray sights, which are the night sights. So it's got night sights on there, but with the larger dot in front, which I really like. I like that large dot. The SIG Legion I own has that as well, and it's really, really great for sight acquisition. And Crimson Trace Grips makes a laser. Well, it's not even a grip. It's a forward extension laser on that you can put on the 365. This one has a green laser on there. I'm not going to take this one out to the range. This is a really cool pistol with the laser attachment. But I plan to do a video soon on lasers, on pistols, and my experiences with them. So for now, we're going to stick to these two pistols. We'll take them to the range. We'll try to group maybe at 15 yards with each of them, some slow shots. And then maybe we'll shoot at some steel and see how quickly we can ring the steel with both of these guys. So once again, thanks for watching, and let's head out to the range. Okay, we're out here on the range. We're going to start with the standard 365. This is the 10-round magazine with the small extension on there. We're at about 15 yards to the target. We'll take some slow shots, see how well we hit center. As you can see, we didn't do too bad. It's a little breezy out here. It's pushing the target back and forth, but most of our shots there, except for 3 that were completely outside the red. We got a couple in 9 and 1 in 8, so not bad. Now let's shoot this gun a little faster and see how quickly we can keep our shots on steel. We're going to try that on the steel now with the standard 365, 10-round magazine with the small grip extension. I'm going to fire 2 towards the center target, 1 for each side target until the magazine runs dry. And let's see how quickly I can get these off and stay on target. Well, I think that was 9 out of 10. Not bad for a subcompact pistol with a tiny grip. So once again, we're at 15 yards. This time we're trying it with the 365XL. I'm using the 12-round magazine with the flat base plate, no extension grip, since this has a larger grip anyway. And let's see how accurate we can shoot this thing. Well, as you can see, we didn't do too bad, about the same. Most of them in the red, although I guess compared to the 365, I got a few more out. We got 4 in the 9 ring and 1, I guess, touching the 8 ring line. But most in the center. Obviously, I think I was starting to squeeze my grip as I was firing, which was pulling these down and to the left. It did seem that I was shooting a little lower with the XL. But not bad, not bad. So let's put it on steel and see how we do on steel. Now we're here to shoot the steel with the 365XL. If the lighting looks a little bit different, it certainly has nothing to do with the fact that I actually took all this footage yesterday, then went back and accidentally erased the footage of me shooting the XL on steel and having to come back out here today and hope that I do as well as I did yesterday, especially because the 9mm supplies are starting to get really, really thin. But so we're going to shoot the XL with the 12-round magazine, only 10 rounds loaded in it, the one that fits flush in the grip. So we're going to shoot 2 on the center target, 1 on each side target until we run the magazine dry. Well, that was fun shooting. It does seem that I got more in the red with the 365 than I did with the XL. I will say the group looks a little better with the 365 versus the XL. Although I have more experience shooting this pistol, it is my primary carry weapon, so I've practiced it with it more than I have the XL. And I expect if I put some more time in with the XL, I would probably be able to tighten those groups up. I'm not used to the flat trigger. I don't have any other firearms with a flat trigger, and it feels different. So that may be why I'm pulling some shots down. But either way, these are great pistols. You can see, I mean, these groups at 15 yards, I mean, if you're hitting this well 10, 15, 20 yards away with a tiny subcompact pistol, you're doing well. And although I was able to hit all 10 rounds in the steel with the XL, I missed one with the standard, but I felt like I was getting back on target faster with the standard. Now, once again, I'm not sure if that's because I have more time practicing with the standard versus the XL, or maybe the shorter slide just gets in battery faster and allows you to get back on target a little bit faster. But both great pistols, certainly ones I would consider if you're looking for a new carry piece. They are small, they are accurate, they are reliable, and they're a lot of fun to shoot. So thanks for joining me for another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.